one thing I would start with is the systems and values. Know what you stand for and build your operations around that. Don't just look for growth, look for repeatable impact. Track your results, document your workflows, and train people who can duplicate your success without depending on you. And finally, don't wait to hire or delegate. You can't scale alone. Build a business-driven team early and invest in their growth as much as your own.
Welcome to Career Coaching Secrets, the podcast where we talk with successful career coaches on how they built their success and the hard lessons they learned along the way. My name is Davis Nguyen, and I'm the founder of Purple Circle, where we help career coaches scale their business to 7 and 8 figures without burning out. Before Purple Circle, I started and scaled several 7 and 8 figure career coaching businesses myself and consulted with 2 career coaching businesses that are now doing over $100 million each. Whether you're an established coach or just building your practice for the first time, you'll discover the secrets to elevating your coaching business.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Career Coaching Secrets podcast. I'm your host, Regan, and today's guest is Robert Pinero. Robert is the CEO and head coach at Veterans Educating Veterans, or VEV, where he helps military veterans get the VA disability benefits they've earned. A disabled veteran himself, Robert founded VEV after personally battling the VA system for over 13 years. Today, he leads a team that specializes in producing nexus letters, independent medical opinions, and DBQ evaluations to help fellow veterans secure proper service connections for their disabilities, even when injuries aren't fully documented into the medical records. He's based in New Jersey, and he brings a results-driven, service-oriented approach to advocacy, grounded in real-world experience and an unwavering commitment to fellow veterans. And it's a pleasure for me to have him on the podcast today. So welcome to the show, Robert.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure for us. So, Robert, tell me a little bit more about what inspired you to become a coach and start your own coaching business.
So my inspiration came from seeing firsthand how many veterans were navigating the VA system alone and getting denied benefits they deserved. I saw too many people frustrated, confused, or just simply giving up. And as a veteran myself, I knew what they were going through. I realized that if someone could guide them, break down the process, and advocate with them, not just for them, it could change their life. So that's what pushed me into coaching, and I turned my experience into impact.
Mm-hmm. And so right now with Veterans Educating Veterans, it's been about 4 years and 10 months, almost 5 years that you're working on this. How does the journey look like from the moment that you started till today?
So we started as a small veteran to veteran consultant initiative. At the beginning, I was doing everything, taking calls, building cases, writing arguments, even tech support. But as demand grew, I realized this had to scale. So we built Veterans Educating Veterans into a structured system. We now train other veterans and specialists, work with third-party doctors, and integrate technology to streamline our support. Today, we've helped hundreds of veterans not only win claims, but regain financial stability and dignity. It's gone from a passion project to a mission-driven enterprise.
Mm-hmm. And we talked about this a little bit also when we first met, and you mentioned that because this kind of gives them some financial security, but it also gives them a space if they wanted to further expand their careers or even start their own business. It just gives them that space to have that option for them. And when it comes to these veterans, typically, is there a specific demographic that you find that is coming to work with you, or is just very broad right now?
Yeah, so we work primarily with male veterans. Not that we don't work with females, but most of the majority of our veterans are, male veterans aged between 20 and 50, many of who've been overlooked or denied by the VA system. The transformation is simple but powerful. We help them go from frustration and financial stress to understanding their rights, winning their claims, and increasing their monthly compensation. So beyond the numbers, we help them feel heard, respected, and empowered. So it's not just about the benefits; it's about validation.
Hmm. And where are people currently finding you, or what marketing channel seems to be working well for you right now?
So we are currently on Facebook and Instagram, and as well as we are working on Google Ads right now to kind of add another platform that we can reach out to people, and also referrals. Referrals are one of our greatest successes with gaining leads.
Hmm. And would you say that the majority right now is referral based, or is divided between that and Facebook and the ads?
The majority for my clients, and I'm not speaking on behalf of the other coaches, the majority of my clients, and probably 98% is referrals.
Hmm. Cool. Well, that is a good sign. It shows that most of them are pretty happy and they do recommend a lot of other people to come your way. And just to move a little bit away from marketing, what are some goals that you're working towards with your coaching business right now for the next, let's say, 1 to 3 years?
Absolutely. So over the next 1 to 3 years, our goal is to expand nationally and open up brick and mortars headquarters in Florida, which is actually in the works right now where I was last week. So while also building a digital intake and case management system to support even more veterans. So we want to train about 20 coaches in the next 1 to 3 years, scale our impact through partnerships, and launch a scholarship program for veteran families. It's about legacy, not just business.
Hmm. And in terms of investments so far, has there been any investment that you feel has actually helped you a lot in terms of you growing your coaching business? Has there been any like coaching programs, masterminds, or communities that you found a lot of value from?
So I think part of the investment is knowing our process through this complicated VA system and kind of matching it up so the coach is not focusing on trying to figure out our system or figure out our process. So it kind of goes hand in hand so he can concentrate on just coaching and coming up with a good legit plan for the veteran.
And what would you say right now is the biggest challenge that you're facing in further scaling your coaching business or going for the whole country and expanding in the country? Is there some bottleneck that is currently holding you back?
So I think some of the biggest challenges I face is finding the right people, especially in a mission-driven space, has been a challenge. You need people who believe in the mission, but also have the skill set and discipline to execute it. Another big challenge was building systems that scale without sacrificing quality. When you're dealing with VA claims, one mistake can cost someone thousands of dollars in back pay. We have to automate intelligently, train thoroughly, and keep our integrity at the center of every process.
Cool. And yeah, I've found that that is one of the issues that comes out a lot in the podcast, and actually the importance of having automations and systems in place to help you, especially when you're thinking about scaling further. When you're saying finding people, does that mean like finding your audience or finding people to hire for your coaching business?
So finding the right people to hire
Mm-hmm.
for the coaching business.
And right now, when it comes to your experience so far, what would you say has been one thing that you wish you had known first before you started scaling your coaching business? That was either like an unexpected lesson learned or even expected. Has there been anything like that that you found out along the way that you wish you had known?
So one thing I would start with is the systems and values. Know what you stand for and build your operations around that. Don't just look for growth, look for repeatable impact. Track your results, document your workflows, and train people who can duplicate your success without depending on you. And finally, don't wait to hire or delegate. You can't scale alone. Build a business-driven team early and invest in their growth as much as your own.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that. And yeah, definitely great advice, especially when it comes to hiring and expanding. Is there any final advice you'd like to give to other coaches who are looking to scale their impact, apart from what you've already shared?
I would say take chances. We actually do a daily meeting and we call it our goals meeting. And one thing we bring to the table is a daily quote. So, and see what the person thinks that quote means. And that kind of motivates our day. So we start off with a daily quote, an inspirational quote, of course, and we kind of get feedback. So we kind of get understood where the employee's at and how they're thinking. So I think it's starting day by day, doing the most you can every day.
And currently, do you have a team that's working with you right now, or you're thinking of expanding at the moment?
So yeah, I have about 13 of us when we're in the meeting. So yeah, there's 13 employees, coaches slash our support team as well. So IT and things like that.
Mm-hmm. And you're also doing coaching yourself too, as
I am. I'm trying to transition to the CEO title
Mhm.
just because it's becoming overwhelming. But I love it so much that it's hard for me to leave it. So.
Cool. Well, that's what I've learned too from coaches is that they love coaching. That's even what got them into the coaching space. So yeah, as long as you're focusing on what's your strength, I feel like you're still fine. So thank you. Thank you so much, Robert, for today. Thank you for taking the time to come into the podcast. For anyone who wants to connect with you, they can find you on your LinkedIn at Robert Pinero, or for anyone listening in English, Robert Pinero. They will find you there. And is there also any other way they could reach out to you?
So our website is veteranseducatingveterans.com. And we do have an Instagram, and we do have a Facebook. I believe it's at VEV Coaching, and they can find us there.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you so much, Robert. We'll make
No
sure to
problem.
also link those into our description in the podcast so people can reach out easier that way. Thank you so much, Robert.
All right. Thank you.
That's it for this episode of Career Coaching Secrets. If you enjoyed this conversation, you can subscribe to YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you're listening to this episode to catch future episodes. This conversation was brought to you by Purple Circle, where we help career coaches scale their business to 7 and 8 figures without burning out. To learn more about Purple Circle, our community, and how we can help you grow your business, visit joinpurplecircle.com.